Okay. Okay, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Portland Ecoroof Symposium. I'm glad you all could come, and hopefully what we're going to provide for you and ourselves today is information, a lot of information, because there are a lot of important decisions to make relative to this industry. And the more information we can share with each other, the better we're all going to be, and the better choices we'll make and the better decisions we'll be able to make. So to get started, I just mentioned the various logistics. Just a brief comment about my name is Tom Lipton. I'm with the Bureau of Environmental Services. I'll be the MC today. And just a little bit of background, I'm the guy that heard about this concept back in 1992 and then became interested in it. I worked for the Bureau of Environmental Services trying to find better ways to manage stormwater. And one of the ideas that came to me as a landscape architect was, well, why don't we put the water in the landscape? And then, of course, well, what do you do about all these buildings and where there isn't any landscape? And I thought, well, why couldn't we put soil and vegetation on the roof and manage stormwater in that way? So that was one of the earliest ideas about looking at this technology, and then hearing that they were doing this in Germany and other parts of Europe became something of interest. And I actually then first brought it took me 2 years before I actually had the nerve to tell somebody else that I was looking at this, and I found a video and I actually brought it in and showed Dean Marriott, our director, who then became quite interested in looking at the possibilities of this technology. And so to start our program, we're going to have some words from Dean Marriott, the Director of Environmental Services. So, Dean?
Thank you, Tom. Good morning, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here, pleasure to see you. We have over 180 people registered today, so that's a terrific turnout, and we appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedules to come together and collaborate on how to get to success here with this. You may wonder, Tom talked about the Bureau of Environmental Services, and he and I started talking about this issue back in the mid-1990s, and I quickly became interested because some of the early returns from other places indicated that this could really be effective for helping us solve our stormwater and water quality problems here in Portland, and do it in a way that would also be good for the economy, grow people like yourselves, and grow the technology, and grow the sorts of information that you can take elsewhere and grow your businesses with. So we've been busy since then trying to help promote this idea and to demonstrate that, in fact, these kinds of roof systems work and are cost effective. You know, I'm often asked, particularly in this day of heightened cynicism about government, why is a wastewater, stormwater utility talking about roofs? And it doesn't take long, and I know you know the answer to the question, it doesn't take long at all to show people that there's clear evidence that these are cost effective and that they work and that there's a public benefit to these kinds of systems. And once you make that case, and it's pretty easy to make, particularly here in Portland with the experience we've had, people usually go, oh, okay, well, I get it, that makes sense. That's actually pretty innovative. And so again, following the Portland model of trying to innovate and demonstrate and then export the ideas elsewhere, this is a perfect example of that sort of approach. So back in 2006, we held our first Green Roof, Ecoroof summit meeting where we called people together and we shared the information we had. Other people came from elsewhere and shared information, and we started that local conversation going in a big way. In 2008, we went to the City Council and got approval to provide a public subsidy of up to $5 a square foot for people who would install these systems, and that's been very helpful in moving this issue forward. In 2009, a group formed called the Green Roof Information Think Tank, people getting together on their own with our assistance, but basically sharing information and ideas about how to grow this business and grow its effectiveness. So as of today, we have 476 green roofs in Portland, covering about 32 acres, and when you think about that, a downtown city block like where we are right now is roughly an acre, so roughly 32 downtown city block equivalent of green roofs. That's a lot. But when you think about how many city blocks there are in Portland, there's a lot more that could be done. So, and it struck me, I was reading a book about Winston Churchill the other day, and there was a story in there about when he was prime minister. There was a woman that was very concerned about his drinking problem, and she confronted him and said, at 10 Downing Street at a reception, and said, you know, Mr. Prime Minister, in your lifetime, you've probably drunk enough to fill about a third of this room with liquor. And looking over his tumbler at her, he looked around and looked around and said, so much accomplished, so much to be accomplished. And I'm thinking about that for Ecoroof. You know, we're proud of the fact that we've helped facilitate and stimulate 32 acres of green roofs in Portland, something to be proud of and excited about. But when you look around the city, there's so much yet to be accomplished. And we look forward to working with you to try to get there and get to a place where we can feel like we've made a huge difference and are accomplishing great things. And in the process, if we help grow local businesses and local expertise, all the more better. So we're particularly excited about all the local businesses that are here and interested in collaborating on how to get things done even better. So we're excited to have you here. We're excited about the speakers we have today and the information exchange available. We're excited about the vendor fair that's right outside the door, so hope you have a chance to visit that as well today. And we look forward, during parts of this session, we've built in opportunities for us to make sure that we hear from you some feedback about what you think is working in this system and what needs to be improved. So look forward to your participation today, and again, thanks very much for taking time out of your busy schedule to participate. Appreciate it.